Well, I have to tell you, my name is Barbara, and the person you see now was not the person that walked into this office 8 weeks ago. In fact, lots of people have been telling me that I look like I've evolved into something very different than what I was. And what I can say about that is that I've actually gotten my life back. I came into this office 8 weeks ago with an extraordinary amount of pain in my body. And lucky for me, I had only had it for 6 months, because there are people around here that have been suffering with this level of pain for 6 years, for 20 years. And that astounded me when I started talking to patients. And I suddenly became a more compassionate person. But what you see now is me, the real me, the person that has gotten their life back. I had an extraordinary amount of pain throughout my body, and I had gone through all the traditional medical community after this car accident we had 7 months ago. And between all the traditional and alternative kinds of medications and treatments, I was getting nowhere. Not only was I getting nowhere, I was getting worse. And of course, that's what starts that decline in your optimism. You really start going downhill when you hear doctors that are fully credentialed, fully licensed, fully informed, you hope, about how the human body functions, telling you that this is something you're going to have to learn to live with. I don't tend to be someone that gives up. So fortunately for me, an act of fate or whatever, I found out about Paul Whitcomb's website through my massage therapist, and within 3 days I was up here. Within 2 weeks, this probably isn't true for everyone. I know it's not true for everyone, but I got to tell you the truth. Within 2 weeks, I was virtually pain-free. Now, you know, when you walk in here, you're questioning your own mental health sometimes because of what the doctors are saying to you about, is this in your head? Is this something that you're making up or that you're imagining? And you know you're feeling it. You know it's not in your head. Of course, the irony is that it isn't in your head, but it's not a mental situation. It's a physical problem. So when I found out about Dr. Whitcomb's approach, I said, well, I've tried everything else. I know it's not going to damage me, so what have I got to lose? Except, what have I got to gain is my health. I gained it. I'm here. I'm going home tomorrow. I am not in pain in my hands and my feet and my legs and my arms. I can't believe I'm saying that to you. I'm not in pain. My husband looks at me and he says, this is amazing. Why does no one know about this? Why are there so few people taking advantage of this situation? This is like an advance in medical science, in medical treatment, that has yet, once people discover this advance that's been made, this understanding and this treatment that's actually addressing the problem, it's going to be a challenge to meet the needs of the people in this world, in this country, in this state. Anyway, enough of the philosophy. I'm better. I'm extraordinarily healthy, gotten my life back. I'm going to be going back to the dancing and the gardening and the hiking and all the activities I did before we had our car accident 7 months ago. And I guess I would say it's very important to be bold enough to buck the traditional system. There are times when that's necessary, because we have to realize that medical science is not as all-knowing and all-understanding as they would like to be. They would like to be more informed. They would like to be more informed and more educated and more skilled at treating some of the symptoms that pop up for us. And they're not. But they will be. They will be. And what we're seeing now is somebody that is. It worked. I can go back to my doctor in my hometown and I can say, actually, there was a cure. I am sitting here as an example of someone who's been cured of fibromyalgia. Very serious, very painful, and very devolving quality of life has been interrupted, and I'm back on top of the world. So feel free to call me if you'd like. I have no problem speaking to anybody about their concerns. I certainly can't prescribe and wouldn't be arrogant enough to think that this is the right thing for you. Everyone has to make their own decisions. But it's important to know that there has been, in my opinion, there's been a breakthrough in this field. Dr. Whitcomb has achieved it, and there are a whole room full of people outside of his door that are experiencing the same kinds of symptom relief and return to their normal, healthy lives that I am. And you'll hear from them too. So, again, I say, if anyone would like to call me, Dr. Whitcomb will have my number, and I'm certainly available to discuss my experience, my symptoms, to help you make a decision in your life. It takes a lot of boldness and a lot of courage. It takes courage to seek things that aren't traditionally sought, and that's how progress is made. And we're a nation of progressive people. So have the courage and the boldness to explore alternatives and to get your life back. And thank you for listening.